Cares Fund. Tweet to us after donating with hashtag India Gives, and we will include you in our list of champions for the cause. India Gives, a Network 18 initiative.
न रुके न थके न झुके और आज दोबारा आ गए.
The game pretty much changed in those first 40 minutes.
It's what you do after failure that defines who you are.
Walking the streets of the future.
Hello everyone, good evening. The small, micro and medium enterprises employ over 11 crore Indians. It's also a very labor-intensive sector. At the same time, the National Highway Authority of India, which builds those bridges, roads and highways, is a place where a lot of migrant laborers get their daily wages. Joining me now is someone who understands that sector very well. He is the minister here. Nitin Gadkari is live with us. Thank you so much for your time here, Mr. Nitin Gadkari. Minutes before I were to begin this discussion with you, sir, reports came in that you have undergone an angioplasty. How is your health keeping, sir?
My health is good now. I don't have any problem. And every day I am making VCs, 2 or 3, and giving interviews. My health is really good. There is no problem.
I'm glad that you have given us time also, sir. Over a month into the lockdown, what is the government's assessment of the impact of the lockdown on the medium enterprises, the small enterprises, the MSMEs that you are in charge of?
Definitely, because of lockdown, there is an impact on MSME. As far as our economic situation of the country is concerned, we have 29% contribution from MSME in our growth. Actually, our export, 48% export is from MSME, and up till now, MSME creates 11 crore jobs. So probably because of all this lockdown, they are facing problems. But now I feel that we have fighting with 2 wars. The preliminary war which we are fighting, that is with Corona. And for that reason, now this is the time for all the society and the people that we have to win this war. For this reason, now we are taking pain and facing the economic problem. But in due course of time, I am confident that we will win this war. Then we have to fight economic war. And totally, whole world is now facing economic war. Everywhere there is a problem. You know what is the position in USA, right. UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. The situation is very bad. And compare with this country, still India is in a better position because our Prime Minister has taken decision very timely, and that is the reason we save the people by and large. But now after this war, we need to fight with definitely with economic war. But I feel that here is a blessing in disguise. Actually, ये आपत्ति नहीं है, इष्टापत्ति है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. The reason is the whole world is now, there is a lot of hatred against China products and Chinese everywhere. Now yes. The Japan Prime Minister has already declared the $900 billion package yes. for Japanese investment and industry. Those who are in China, those who want to start industry out of China, the government is going to support to them. The same type of reaction is in USA also. All over the world, the reaction is same. So this is the opportunity because the China is the super economic power now, and now the alternative is only India. So now this is the time for Indian economy to make joint venture with the good companies from abroad And now it is time for the country that we will get foreign investment. And I am confident that because of that, we will increase the growth and accelerate the engine of our economy. And it is the opportunity for all of us.
Since you're talking about opportunity in this crisis, I'm going to talk specifically about what Japan has done. Japan has set up a $2 billion fund to move its businesses away from China. How will India benefit out of this?
Because after China, the skilled manpower and whatever the things which are needed, actually Japan is very friendly country for India. And now I am feeling that Japanese investment is probably they are giving priority for India. So now in my own ministry, we have now decided to give special work to our joint secretary for attracting this foreign investment in the country. And definitely the innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skill and experience. This is we name as knowledge. And conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future for the country. I feel that the dream of our Prime Minister to become India as a 5 trillion economy and making infrastructure of 100 lakh crores. This is really a good task and good challenge. And I am confident that in due course of time, India will attract more investment, creating more employment potential, increasing our export. And at the same time, we have to reduce our import and we will make our economy strong. But the only thing which I feel that now it is time for the country to concentrate on rural agriculture and tribal India, the 115 aspirant districts. And we are constructing the new express highway like Delhi-Mumbai. And this highway start from Delhi going to Mumbai. It is from backward and tribal area of Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. And the land acquisition cost is very reasonable. Now we save 16,000 crore on land acquisition. At the same time, we can make smart. At the same time, we can make smart cities, smart villages, and there will be industrial clusters just for leather cluster. Then we can make it a cluster of chemical cluster, and where we can see that there will be land will be available, all permissions with no trouble, and at the same time, the total industrial cluster will be connected to ports, railway and airports. So all type of facility there, and Delhi to Mumbai will be only possible within 12 hours. And we are going to reduce the distance by 220 kilometers. And the labor cost is cheap. So we need to attract the foreign investment into the economic corridor, or we are making 22 green express highway. At that side, we can think about it to give opportunity for the employment opportunity for the people also, that they will get it.
You know, sir, let's spend a little more time about, opportunity in this crisis. Can India become the next manufacturing hub? Are you getting response from, Europeans, Americans, that they could turn to India? You have already spoken about Japan.
I am definitely confident that we will get response from all, particularly Western countries. Yes, I am hearing you. I am confident that we will get the response, particularly from the USA, then UK, France, Germany, Italy, all Western Europe countries. At the same time, now India will be the destination for good investment. And one of the most important reason is India's strength is we have available of good skilled manpower. The land cost is very less. And India, we have got 7,500 kilometer of sea front which is available with us with 200 ports. At the same time, now we are making big national highways. Power is available, water is available, and that is the reason that the most important thing which I feel that by adopting new technology, innovation and research, we need to reduce the logistic cost, power cost, capital cost and labor cost, and that is going to reduce the production cost, and which can be very compatible particularly to the for export potential. So I am confident that this is the opportunity, this is a blessing in disguise, and Indian industry, Indian people will take the advantage of it. So I always say one thing, that there are some people who convert problems into opportunities and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problems. So I feel that this is a good opportunity, and it will make India super economic power, and we will fulfill the dream of our Prime Minister.
Mr. Gadkari, you have spoken about 1 lakh crore package. When is it likely to be announced? How do you plan to go about it? And will it be directly...
First of all, what my suggestion to all my colleagues and stakeholders, that the industry is facing the problem, MSME is facing the problem. At the same time, state government is also facing the problem. Government and banks also they are facing the problem. So we need a good coordination, cooperation and communication between the stakeholders. But at the same time, we have to protect everybody, and we have to see that no one will break anywhere in this situation. So at the time, government is with the industry. We have already taken a lot of decisions. The finance ministry has taken many decisions. The Reserve Bank has taken some decisions for the banks. Already we increased the 20% capital, working capital from the bank side. At the same time, now we are trying to find out a scheme where MSME has got a lot of very good, huge amount is spending with the state government or the central government or state government or central government undertaking and major industry. So we are now going to make a scheme by which they will get their payment. That is the scheme is we are already ready. We are preparing the scheme and we will submit it to the finance ministry. Then funds of fund is also the approval is given by the finance ministry. Now we are recommended for the cabinet. So we are taking a lot of preventive measures by which our industry will be economically viable, and they will get all opportunity to become economically strong. So definitely there are problems. There are some bottlenecks are there, but in government is with industry, and particularly our priority is to develop the industry in urban, in agriculture, tribal and rural area. We need to decentralization of industry from Noida, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Bangalore. We need to go to interior where the socially, economically backward is there and the labor cost is cheap, and availability of all type of water, power, transport and communication infrastructure. It can be a win-win situation for the country to create more employment potential
said in that context, yes, when he spoke to sarpanches, he had talked about how they should be self-sustainable.
Yes,
is
definitely.
this an indication towards that in a post-corona scenario, when things would have changed drastically, the migrant laborer issue should be tackled with by decentralizing it from the urban centers and moving towards the rural parts of India?
Actually, what my feeling is, what is the problem? When we develop industrial area, we never think about the smart city. So the big industrial area with a huge slum area, that is the combination in India. So the Prime Minister approach related with the smart city and smart village. When we will make a industrial clusters, at the same time we will make a smart village or smart city there, the housing accommodation. We should think about the labors also, that is very important. We can make low cost housing for the low labor people, and that can be possible. So this is an integrated development, and where water, power, transport and communication with education facilities, health facilities available, then it can become a good smart city, and where definitely that is going to change their life. So now our approach of the government is totally an integrated development. Thus we have developed good smart cities. We are now planning to develop smart villages and where there will be a jobs. So definitely there will be a big export. And at the same time, the most important thing for our economy, that we have to reduce our imports. So we have also taken a decision. I already given instruction to my department that within a month we will make 2 books. One books, what are the last 3 years, what are the export which we are doing from India. And the other book is what is to be import we are taking. And how we can make the import substitute. That is exactly will be our emphasis. So we will planning the creating facility by which definitely we are going to reduce our imports, but at the same time we are going to increase our exports, and that this industrial growth is going to create new employment potential in the country, and that will be priority. We are trying to make it this availability in the rural, tribal and agriculture area, which is very important for the country. And I feel that the dream of Prime Minister to make India as a super economic power of 5 trillion economy, and at the same time creating the infrastructure of 100 lakh crore, I am very much confident and positive that we will definitely going to achieve this goal.
So, this is of course a crisis in which has boosted Prime Minister Modi and India's image. While most world leaders were looking inwards, Indian Prime Minister and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in fact, is someone who has been in touch with one world leader every day. He has been talking to them every day. Do you think this could mean a power shift in the next few months and years? India could clearly emerge as a world leader?
What my feeling is, already our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now have got a good recognition and respect in the whole world. And one thing is very clear, that the decision taken by our government under his leadership at the appropriate time saved the life of lakhs of people. So that is very important. You compare Indian situation with the USA situation. Indian situation with UK, France, Germany, Italy and Spain. You compare it. Then you can understand what is the important decision taken by our Prime Minister and our government. So definitely today the recognition and respect for India and for the Prime Minister in the whole world is increased, and that is really a great strength for India, and that is going to be a big advantage for Indian economy. The recognition and respect of Indian Prime Minister in the whole world is definitely going to create positive confidence in the mind of the people, particularly abroad, and they will going to invest more investment in India, and that will be a great strength for Indian economy. And by that we are going to achieve that dream of our Prime Minister of making India as a 5 trillion economy. At the same time, we are creating more employment potential, and the mission of our government is to eradicate the poverty. That is also we are going to resolve. So I feel that this is a challenge. The situation is difficult, but I am confident that we can convert these problems into opportunities, and this is a blessing in disguise, and we will definitely going to win this war and make India a super economic power. And now there are a lot of obstacles for China. We will definitely going to grab this opportunity to make India as a super economic power.
Two specific questions now, Mr. Gadkari, and both relates to your ministry. Highways and MSMEs are essentially backbones of economy. First question related to NHI is, will there be a rethink of NHAI's, target of financial year due to pandemic? And on the other side of MSME, there is this concern, particularly by auto majors, about production being impacted because people are not going to buy cars in near future at least, and that has really impacted the entire chain.
First of all, I am very much clear about it. The problem of Indian economy is liquidity. Even last year, the March end, we have as long as completed the target. So for next year, next 2 years, our target will be double. So this is a target. And we will try our level best, because the most important thing in this time is we need to liquidity into the market. And that is the reason we have taken a decision and giving instruction to all concerned officers that whatever the claims of contractor, you take more time for that. Given if suppose you are working up to 5 o'clock, let us make it 7 o'clock with arbitrators, conciliation committee, and let us decide the issues. At the same time, whatever the payments of contractors, immediately issue it. So that first of all, the very, very important need of the market is liquidity. So whatever the payment from government side, if we can release, that can be a good strength. From the bank side also, I am confident that the NHI is on the very, very strong financial base. I am confident that we don't have resources problem. We can create capital from the market. Our past experience is very good. We are AAA rating. Presently, our income is coming to 40,000 crore per year. And my plan is in next 5 years, we want to make it 1 lakh crores. We are making 2,000 roadside amenities, at least 2,000 logistic parks, and now we are asking government to give permission for making smart city industrial cluster near the new Green Express Highway. So definitely this is going to help to create a strong economic health for NHI. So we don't have any problem. So we now want to make our target double or 3 times. And I am confident that my officers and team is working very hard, and we are definitely going to achieve this goal. And in this situation, only the liquidity in the market is going to accelerate Indian economy, and that is the reason that we need to increase investment in infrastructure, road, railway, power, transport, communication,
And
waterways,
you think
ports.
that will also
And this is
generate
the time our
employment?
government is decided. And the Prime Minister has given the target to making of 100 lakh crores of infrastructure. We are definitely going to plan it, and our plan is ready, and we will implement it.
So that will certainly ensure that employment challenges that are there, of course. And when are you seeing that the work on the highways and roads will begin, sir? Because of the lockdown, everything has been put on hold. And how will you manage the
Already
laborers? Because migrant laborers are stuck in several parts of
Already we
India.
have decided. We are already we have giving instruction to the contractors for starting of work. We are asking permission for concerning district collectors. Majority places work has already started. There are some bottlenecks, some problems are there. We need cement and steel, at the same time the laborers. Though we have decided to suggesting the contractor to make a residential arrangement, food and shelter arrangement for the laborers, and now we are on the fast mode. Our roads are open. Now the 60 to 65% traffic is on the road. The ports are open. Now our export has already started, imports is coming. So the movement is taken, and now I feel that within 8-10 days we can make it. But at the same time, we have to take the preventive measures. As far as the new situation is concerned, we should have to maintain distance between two persons by more than 1 meter. At the same time, we need every time to wash our hands by sanitizer. And the second important thing is that we have to use mask. And our contractors too should take the responsibility, making of food and shelter for the laborers. That should not be, that arrangement should not be create problem, creating more virus if supposed to be happening. It can be a great problem for the country. So we have to take all preventive measures as far as corona is concerned. And in a situation, by taking all these preventive measures, I am confident that we will start the NHI work, and it is already the instruction has given. The traffic is improved, and I am confident that we will in position to start our all works.
All right, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, always a pleasure to speak to you, sir. Thanks for sharing the details of Road to Recovery, and you pointed out rightly, this could be very well India's moment in terms of economic opportunity. Thank you so much for your time. That's all from me. I'll be seeing you in just a bit. Thanks so much for watching.